Alrighty, Doc here from North America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's been another fun-filled day. The drama goes on, I guess you could say. I guess it's the best way to describe it. We have Texas now suing four of the states that did elections illegally, and at the same time now supposedly about 8 or 9 other states have joined in. So that's going to go. That gets what they call fast track to the Supreme Court. So that's there. They've already accepted it. Less than 24 hours they accept it, and more than likely, what we're really waiting for is that they'll go through it. They'll show what was unconstitutional. The Supreme Court will explain to the 4 states that did things illegally that it has to come down to their legislatures. In other words, it goes back to the state now with the authority of the Supreme Court saying, yes, these people see something that went wrong, that was unconstitutional and illegal, and you have to resolve it. And that will move it to the next level where we expected all along this is where it was going to go to. I've mentioned that in the webinars. So we'll just keep on watching the game go on. And as I've described, what I believe the end result will be is that Mr. Trump will be president in January 21st. So it's just a process. There's other things that have to happen between here and there. And the avenue is clear to me. And we'll see what the markets. I think the markets have been interpreting that, but at the same time, we are seeing markets here that are really firm. Money is on the sidelines. They're trying to find entry points. I described it yesterday. The way funds work is somewhat illegitimate. In other words, let's say you're a fund, you're managing $5, $6, $7 billion. I don't know, something like that. Even if it's $2 or $3 billion. Or $30 billion or $1 trillion, whatever size fund it is. If you have bought some stock in November and December of a company that you did not own, the fund will project like they've had it the fiscal year of 2020. So in other words, they don't say we bought it November 22nd. They say we in 2020 we've owned XYZ stock. And it might be up 800% for the year. And they have like a little category. And it always says, what their stock portfolio has done and what the individual stocks have done for the year. And so, they could, let's say some will have bought Tesla over the last 2 months. Tesla's up over 800%. Let's say they made 12%. They'll have it in their brochure to their investors that they've been long Tesla stock. And it is up 800% this year. Now, the investors will say, well, how come our portfolio doesn't really reflect that? They won't usually go that deep, those those lenders to the funds or investors in the funds. And so that is what they refer to as window dressing. So when people say, what are they talking about, window dressing? That's what window dressing is. And so what we're seeing is a very firm equity market. We're seeing a bond market that has slipped a little bit with the 10-year U.S. bond trading a little under 1 full percentage point. And they're thinking that bond buyers will be coming roaring in for that a little bit soon. What else do we have to say about that? And when it comes to currencies, obviously the GDP and fundamentals that we've always talked about and watched are not exactly the front end of how to invest and what to invest in anymore. Those days are kind of gone. And so, what we hope for all the time is trying to understand why a particular pairs trade goes up or down versus its fundamentals, GDP, inflation, employment, future growth, debt, all those things that have come to a point now where they just don't have the validity that they had for a century or 2 centuries or 3 centuries. They were all the value. And so, I mean, 3 centuries ago, everybody was using coins that had, were backed by its actual value, silver or gold or, copper. I think it was Lady Jane. She converted the British pound from copper to silver, or sterling, as they say. And so, it's a combination of all of it at this point when we try to figure out the fundamentals. Anyway, hey, AR, how you doing? What's up? The sky is up. I am up. I'm rocking. The Supreme Court is moving everything along the way I expected it to. It's denied what I expected, and I would have been stunned yesterday if the Alito thing had been accepted. Fine dude, and you. Cool. Yo, dude. It's Adele. I love that, dude. Remember, I grew up in the 1950s and the 60s, so dude was a big word back then. Yo, dude. Hey, dude. What the hell you think you're doing, dude? I love that. That cracks me up. All right, let's look at the markets here. All right, what do we have up on the screen? Oh, there is oats. Oats and daisies. Let's run over to the Swissy. Where's the Swissy? There it is right there. We have it up on J4X. I know that much. There it is right there. Let's see a little firmness in here. That's representation of the dollar. The dollar is trying to move up a little bit in here. You can see it here on J4X right there. It's still getting its game together because remember, this is Hinky Ashy. They emulate my dots on about a 70% correlation, which is kind of cool. And but it kind of messes up being able to read the charts. I mean, you can't groove on that. You can see where this one is trying to lift and this one's still falling down. But that's all right. That we use them for a different reason. Okay, we're using them to emulate the dots. And then you can see here the white line is trying to make it through the dotted line here. The dashed line has made it through already, showing some strength. Just the same way our white line has come from a very low point on the gas line 3. And you can see it's trying to lift up, and it's through the time manifold. And that's what that's representing. The CCI is showing the life in it. And it's relative to this dotted line, which I like to refer to as the 3-dimensional zero line. That's that zero line we follow on our work here. And so this little montage that we've put together on the J4X is a pretty good tool. It'll keep you honest. You want to get a feel for the day, what's going on. This is the way to do it. And then we've just started paying attention to the RSI. Someone has asked us to look at it, and we left it in there because it does have some interesting characteristics. It really does. But you can see here the strength is kicking out. The white line is what we're really focused in on, and this is the zero line in a sense, this dotted gold line there. And then we're watching how the purple interacts with it. We watch how the white interacts with it. And as you can see here, when they both broke down here, we did see weakness in the product. You see where they tried to climb back up, and it failed again right there, and we saw the weakness. So it's a really good indicator on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis on how to follow the markets. Hey, Doc, what is your opinion on Euro? Oh, yeah, let's check Euro. Yeah, let's check that out. Let's go over to it on J4X to start off with. Right there. It's in the 9s, right? Yeah, that's it. We're looking at that. We'll go over to right there. You can see that's the dollar one, and we went into a buy yesterday, and you can see it's holding up. We're right in here on all this, and we're still above the zero line on 53 weeks in a weekly buy, over a year now. Now let's just punch in the euro in there instead. Just take a quick look at it. With the euro against the Turkish lira. EUR right there. Okay. Same thing there. EUR. Okay. And there we go. Let's see how it looks with this. In this case here, the buy was right. And what was it? The sell was a day earlier too. Look at that. It's almost in many ways a little bit better, isn't it? And then this sell occurred back in here. Interesting. Very interesting. So this is even a little bit more dynamic and better. I guess it tries to get into the buy here. It does. Let's widen this a little bit. Seems like it's a little bit more insightful, doesn't it? So it goes into the sell there. Finally gets into the buy here. It does one of those zigzags, you know. So it goes there. And then let's grab this one and just change it, move it over. We'll change it in color to red. And then let's put that one in there. So it's giving you a good warning, but I don't see a double dot on that. There's a double dot there. Okay, and then we get a sell, same as before with the dollar. And then we can, again, another one, look at that. This one's pretty insightful. You get a volatility signal with it at the same time, right there. Goes into the buy, fails, just like it did in the dollar. And then it comes back into the buy here. Then you can see it goes into the sell there. And now it went into a buy even earlier on this one, right there. That's, it's a double dot. So it's the close of that one, really. So basically the opening of this one in the first hour. And then you can see we went into a sell right there for 2 days. See, it's a little bit more dynamic. Maybe that makes sense, huh? Oh, it hasn't gone into the buy, whereas it did on the dollar. Okay. So I guess it's about 50-50. You know, it's not bad. It's got some good characteristics. Looking at both of them, I guess, in some ways, I guess we should really have both of them on there. I wonder if we could do that. And then put the, you know, like, put one there and there. And then, I wonder how it treated the other one. Way back there. No, it never even, oh, it went into a weekly sell in February. Oh, okay, that makes sense. February's last year, yeah. No, wait a minute. No. Okay, it did go into a sell. Look at that. Went into a weekly sell for this and then climbed back into the buy there. Interesting. Went into the same weekly buy. A little bit more, looks like it's a little bit more volatile on some level against the euro. But I don't know. I would say that if I traded this product so I can go long, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. I think that, but if I was trading this product, which is really hard to do here in the States, I think the best thing you want to do is you want to follow both the let's do this. File, copy window, file, paste window. I think we want to look at both of those. I think AR, I think that's a really good point, is to look at both of those. The dollar against the Turkish lira and the euro against the Turkish lira. And watch them both. I think they're really, they may be more insightful by staring at both of them. So in other words, let's see where this is at. This is down at the bottom now, right? Yeah, there it is right there. So what we do is we go like this. We make this the dollar one now. And, you know, we would watch both of those because it seems like there are times where it could be a day ahead, which is what, you know, I mean, that's what you want to, you want to be a day ahead of the move, you know. You don't want to be a day late to the move. You want to be a day ahead of the move. So yeah, that's not a bad idea. There we are. And so there it is. See, yeah, like there, it gave you the heads up that it was trying to go into the buy there with the double dot. Whereas on this one right there, it was just a red. See? So you don't try to take the long, and by the close of this bar today, you would take the long. So that's what I'm saying there. Yeah, I would say that the quant is trying to tell you that you can be long. And I would say this, if, you know, obviously you're trading this thing on a longer term value, you know, not just a couple hours. You know, you're talking about weeks and months. So I would say as long as this thing is staying in a weekly buy right here, that's the euro against against the Turkish lira, and then here's the dollar against the Turkish lira. As long as it's staying in a weekly buy, it's relatively safe to be long this thing. No doubt that when you see a daily sell, there's going to be weakness. So you kind of wait for those sells to finish off, and then you increase your size and average in. You know, imagine you're trading it as a dollar cost average for a 1 week period. In that case, on a 1 week period, I would say, let's go back to this one. Um, hmm. Yeah, I guess, I'm a little I would like to see this white line above the time manifold right there. That is the euro against Turkish lira. Let's go look at the dollar against it, and I think it's in the same circumstance. I would really like to see I would love to see it go into a daily sell like this here. See the weekly go underneath the time manifold, not break the zero line, climb back up through the time manifold, and go into a daily buy. And then I would look for the 1 week trade. That would be the way the quant's telling us that should work. See what I mean? Middle age, what's happening? Oh, Slovakia, a great computer country. Yes, the old Czechoslovakia what do they call that? Amalgamation. But it's always been two countries, right? Slovakia and Czech Republic. Exactly, until the Soviets kind of pushed it together again. I think it goes back and forth every so often, doesn't it? But it sounds great. I'm really happy to see the Slovakia and so forth is very modern, moving with Hungary and Poland and Latvia and so forth. They're all trying to move into the capitalist side of the world, and looking at old Europe and saying, guys, you got to wake up. You got to get your game together. So I'm a big fan. Here's a golf clap for Slovakia. Thank you for saying hi. Okay, so what Christian says, and again, middle age, I'm not missing you. I'm just waiting for a response back. Okay, AR says okay. We're going to take a look at middle ages thing there. We're going to go to silver. We were thinking that it goes into a buy there. Let me answer that, Slovakia, and we'll get back to you in a few seconds. There's silver. It's showing weakness. I did suggest in the bar chart to buy on weakness. So it's doing it. It's doing its weakness right now. You can see that. We'll see how this turns the rest of the day. That's what we're thinking here. Is we always like when this thing goes into a weekly buy, and it was in a daily. If it would have gone into a daily buy, say right here, then it would have been a much better buy, and it would have been, everything would have been a little bit more hunky-dory, In this case here, it was okay. You caught this move, but we're kind of late in the tooth in it. Now we're thinking that, a little correcting and then another move up. That's what we're thinking there on that. Let's see, but wanted the 23.63 to get tested down. Right, I agree with you, middle age. I do. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. I was bidding for the last couple days, and then I canceled the bid yesterday at the close, thinking let's wait and see what they do tomorrow morning. It looks like it's trying to break down, all because of the way the line was curving over here. I thought, okay, let's wait and see what they do, and sure enough, they've done that. So yeah, I'll be out there too, thinking the same thing. All right, now let's go to Slovakia, and middle age. We can look at other things too. I'm just going to answer Slovakia now. We are trading on Dukascopy. We have 2 more days to trade and complete our seminar work. Could you give me some ideas for 2 days trade? All right, well, we'll go through the list here and see if anybody is moving into a weekly buy or has just gone into a weekly buy and has been in a daily sell, and say today or last night it went into a daily buy. Let me repeat that, okay? So what we're looking for out of some of these products, or any of these products at this point, we're looking for where it just went into a weekly buy freshly last week, and at the same time it's been in a daily sell, and we're looking for it to turn into a daily buy, or has turned into a daily buy last night. Okay? Does that make sense to you, Slovakia? Or Kristen? How's that sound? And so that's what we'll look for. And that would be for a 2-day trade. You're looking for something like that. That's what the quant will identify as a high percentage success rate of 8.5 out of 10. And so that's what you're looking for. Now remember, it's 8.5 out of 10, so it's not perfect. So, you still have that 1.5%, 1.5 out of 10 that you'll buy it. It might be profitable for 20 minutes and then gone. So, what you want to do is you want to jump on something fast, take profits, and go. All right. I think I've answered all that. Excelente. All right. Where are we at now? Oh, yeah, and silver is actually sliding into that category. That's the funny part is that we are seeing that in that action, you know. So that is something, you know, we're watching and thinking about, is that it's trying to do that exact same thing right now. We're seeing that action. So, you know, we'll see. You know, I mean, even by tomorrow, tune in. Who knows? See where silver is. I was bidding 23 on that SLV, 23.56. I started at. Let's see where it's at now. Let's see. Let's see if we can find it. SLV. SLV. Enter. All right, yeah, so it's trading at 22.48 right now. We were bidding 56 for 2 days. Then I lowered the bid to 22.20, or what did I move it to? Down to 22.26 or 22.32. I think it was 22.32. We haven't gotten there yet. And so silver might be an opportunity for you. ¿Qué pasa? No. I understand a little Spanish, but not a lot, you know. Spanish is like a second language in the United States. It's used a lot. A lot of people use Spanish around here, throughout the whole country. You know, it's, you know, with Latin America right here in a sense. You know, we have a lot of people from, you know, Puerto Rico is a commonwealth of the United States. So, you know, growing up, you know, we had people from Puerto Rico, we had people from Mexico, more Puerto Rico, you know. Now it's more Mexico, but you know, it's like I said, I can, you know, garner some bits and pieces, but overall, no, I really don't speak it. I see. Kristen says, of course, this doesn't have to be huge profit. I was just interested in the look of an experienced person. Oh, okay. Good. Well, we're watching this. This is no doubt. This has got potential, silver. You know, it has a look like it wants to try to do it. It seems to be closing down the big move up. Matter of fact, let's look at gold. Last I saw gold, it was down too. Let me see. There's gold. There's Feb gold. And it's moving down too and actually going to the zero line there. So, you know, it's kind of rolling over. It was an interesting spike we had in silver where it looked like it wanted to take off, held firm one day and started to give me nervousness when I saw this little curve there. And that's why I pulled my bid and lowered it. And then the next day, you know, saw the action was still not enough and lowered the bid dramatically. And now I've just canceled it out. So I hope that helps you out there. All right, let's see. Let's go through the montage of currencies. Maybe we'll see something there. I did see, what was it, euro? I think the euro went into a daily sell. Let's go over to the fact-check spreadsheet. Yeah, it's daily. Both cable and euro went into daily sells yesterday. No wonder Swiss franc is lifting up a little bit there. Let's see now. Where is that at? That's over in the currency Dookie Day right there. All right, and so you can see there's the euro. The euro is moving down a little bit. And we have that RSI in there too, just for an interest sake, on that one particular chart. But we have it always in the, you can see it here. Or is it RSI? What is that? Yeah, RSI, okay. To me, it's a lagging indicator. They're all lagging indicators to my math, but that's besides the point. Let's see, let's go to the euro right there. You can see it's kind of flattish down. And you can see we're underneath, no real strength, but we're in the weekly buy right here at the same time. You can see where it's, you know, it's in a weekly buy for a while. And then let's check out cable. There's cable, same situation. Oh no, look at that. Now there you go. There might be your opportunity right there, buying the cable for a fast move. You're in a weekly buy. The white line is way above the top time manifold there, the plus manifold, you know. It has curved. It compensated for that sell right there that it closed in yesterday, and now it's lifting up. Any weakness in here probably is worth trying to buy and then flip. AR. That probably a good product right there. Euro ruble. You know, I can't get Euro ruble. I can get Euro peso though. Yeah, I can get that. And we follow dollar ruble, but they don't even give us quotes on that here in the States. There's dollar ruble. You can see it's been moving down. It's been in a daily sell since like right here. You can see it on the spreadsheet. It's what, line 15? No, not 15. Line 18. 5 weeks in 3 weeks in a sell. Let me light that up. So it's 3 weeks in a sell and 5 days in a sell. So, and that's the key, really. What you want to do is, you can see we had some green dots. We go into a sell here, and then you want to try, and we're in a weekly sell, and so you want to, and you can see it plays with the time manifold in the 0 line, and then we go into a sell, and you want to try to catch that. We have an 8.5 out of 10 success rate with that. You can get whipsawed out of it at times. That's why we're much bigger of option traders than we are fans of hard delta. But you can take quick profits and make some del rey may on it, so it works out. And if you follow the system all the time, you're always going to be ahead, not behind. So it's kind of like the pass line on crap table. The math works that way with it. So an end result is that, except for you don't have to double up. I had this wacky cousin who was a CPA, and he gambled a lot. And one time, to prove a point at a table, he lost $25, then lost 50, then 100, kept on doubling up, then 100 to 200, 200 to 400, 400 to 800, 800 to, let's put it this way, he got up to 30 some odd $1,000. I remember that, or 28,000. He said, "Can you imagine we're betting $28,000 to win $25 back?" And he did. He did. And so ours has just got a higher percentage than the crap line. That's all. Let's see. Kristen, long-term trades. Let's see. I would like to ask about indicators that would help me the most in the short-term trades, and which in the long-term trades. Well, see these combinations over here with Dukascopy? Now, I'm not really that excited about the RSI. I'm just watching it because someone suggested it. But the other three is the ones you want to pay attention to. You want to look at this one, the slow-moving D only. We've segregated it. And we can edit it. And there it is, right? Let's see, how do we do that? I think we go like this, right? Edit, right there. Edit indicator. And there's what we're following right there. And the output, that's all we're reflecting, is the slow D. Right there. Okay. And cancel. And then use the white line as the leader right here, edit indicator. That's the fast D right there. And it's a 5 and a 3. Okay. And then use the CCI as like a indication of strength. And there it is right there. And so what we're doing is we're really, I guess what we can do is, I guess we can turn off this. Let's see, remove indicator, restore default, edit. I guess remove indicator. We're not really watching it. And so these three, watch them. We like to call it the Al Einstein way. In other words, look at its relative. You want to see them, how they work against each other. So that's what you want to do there. Now, who asked for? Oh, you did. Okay, yeah, okay. So we'll go look at the euro against the Mexican peso. I say, so let's see, look at an experienced person. Okay, so Kristen says, I would like to ask about, that's who I was answering, Kristen. Okay, Kristen, these indicators, you want to use these three indicators, okay, and you can always look at the video and so forth. If you want me to do that again, I'll show it to you, and lean them up against each other in the same chart. This way it gives you a good fighting chance all the time. All right, now, AR says, yep, there are a lot. Also, you can tune into Dukascopy every day. And here I am talking about markets and using my mathematics. And that's what the fact check spreadsheet's all about right here on the left side there. As you can see, me going like that with it all with the cursor. And then you can see the work here, and you can look at the weeklies and so forth. And it's it's in there also. You can always just go into the repeat and look if you've missed the webinar, and you can see that every day. So, and then try to use this to correlate with it, and go from there. All right, now let's see where we at. Let me go back to the chat line again. So AR says, "Yep, there's a lot of people speaking Spanish. I'm watching your." Okay, that's right, we did that, and you laughed. All right, cool. Let's see what we can find on the peso. We don't have it on the fact check spreadsheet. It probably belongs there too. Just solely because it's like the Canadian. Now, if there's the dollar one right there, and you can see we've been in a weekly sell on that thing since here. So it's at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Going on 11th week now on a weekly sell. You can see here it was a daily sell there. That's that perfect almost combination. You get into a weekly sell, you're in a daily sell, you get in short. Next thing you know, you made your pesos. You made money. Money, money, money. And then it doesn't go into a buy until like right here. You get the volatility signal. And 2 days later, or a day later, actually, that's just a gap of the weekend thing and all like that. Doesn't interfere with the math, so you don't have to worry. And then it goes back into the sell again. You can get short again. And money, money, money. Winner, winner, winner. Chicken dinner. You make back what you lost there. That's that crap table thing going on. Then it goes into a buy here. You don't want to be. You get your double dot, and the lines through. You don't want to be short anymore. That's for sure. Goes up, and then opens the doorway again for another short right there. Like that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And you make do, re, mi. Right there. And then you get into a buy here. And then it goes into a sell. And then you can take the sell again. Don't take the buys because we're in a weekly sell. And then again, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Right there. Oop, wrong place to put it. Let's see, let's remove that. And put it where it belongs. Where's that? Where does it belong? It belongs right there. Oh, I know what it is. I need the buy for there. That's why it's confused me. That's why I got confused. And we make that red again. And then it's winner, winner, chicken dinner. And so then you get another one of those little pops with the volatility telling you, oh, okay, this is all over with, unless you've taken your money already. So it doesn't matter either way. And then you get a pop there. Pop goes the weasel. And then you get another sell right there the day later. So there we go. And again, winner, winner, chicken dinner. And now we're getting a volatility thing again telling us to, don't be short. So there you go. Oh, I hope it all worked out. What did you say you are? An economic major? I'm a student in an economic university in Slovakia. We are trading on Dukascopy. We have 2 more days to trade, complete our seminar work. Cool. So use Dukascopy. Dukascopy is fine. And you got the J4X, and I showed you how, as a student, you don't need to try to put out money on anything like a sophisticated software like I have. You can use the J4X. It'll keep you in the hunt all the time. Tune into the webinar. You'll have more insight and so forth. So that's the way it rolls around here. All right, where are we at now? Let's see. And I think I said chase after cable. Did I? That might be a quick pop that you might want to try to play. Buy it on weakness. Matter of fact, I guess you could, if you're really playing for a 2-day thing, let's do this. Let's put cable in there, and let's try something like I'm a big spatial fan. So let's see, how do we do this? Ticks. I guess if you could change the ticks up into the 3s, like 300 and something, it would be pretty good. But let's see what it does for a 3 tick, just for the sake of it. I mean, that's too short. But we need bigger, time. I wonder how I can change that. Oh, here we go. Maybe we can do it here. See the insight to that right there? Just a 3 tick's an insight. It goes through the line here, We get a green bar. You know, it goes up in value. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You know, it breaks down here, right here. You know, it's a very short trade. This one gets you long right here. Catches that move there. This one breakdown is not bad. This one break up is short-lived. The breakdown here, short-lived. This one doesn't let you get long into it. Look at that. It keeps you short. See how the white line is underneath this dotted line, the golden dotted line, which we like to refer to as the three-dimensional zero line. You know, it's kind of fluctuating, and then you catch that nice long there. So, you know, I mean, even just going, if you could make it a little bit bigger tick, it could be a little bit better for you. But, you know, if you're trying to do something short term, that might be the way to go. Just right there, you know. Remember, the Hinky-Ashki is a delay. You know, it's a lagging indicator, not a leading indicator. So you might want to watch this thing play itself down here. See how it went into the buy here for one bar and then starts to roll over. And it tells you to get short. So whatever you lost here, you're making now easily there. And so, you know, it might be the play of this product, you know, buying some turn-ups. Notice the turn-ups have been kind of tough, but lately it's the last 20 or 30 minutes, it seems like, well, geez, this thing is 3 minutes long from here to there. So I would try to get like up to like a 300 tick or something like that. 333 tick. You know, play around with a couple ticks, do some back research, and go from there. All right. Let's see. Where else are we? Let's go back to the daily now. Right there. All right. So what are we looking at now? We were looking at peso. And so you can see the peso. Oh, that's right. We went through the peso. So now let's take a look at, and I imagine that peso. Let me see if I can get a euro peso. Would you like to see a euro peso? I can do that if you want. Yeah, just let me know if you want to see the euro peso instead of the dollar peso. To me, all trading vehicles are trading vehicles. Sometimes they lead, sometimes they don't. It's so hard, just like we looked at euro Turkish lira versus dollar Turkish lira. It seems to go back and forth, who's leading ahead, who's not. Euro peso. Okay, so let's check that out. Okay, right there. We'll see how that matches up. All right, so we got to add that. We don't have it in there. That's interesting. What is that? Cash? Guess cash? Yeah, so euro. Look up. There you go. There it is. Euro. Okay, so there we go. Okay, let's see how it matches up. Broke down 2 days earlier. See that right there? That's interesting compared to there. It's been in the same amount of time for the sell, I guess. Was it going on 11 weeks? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11 weeks. Both are 11 weeks into it. You can see that buy was premature. So this is where the dollar one caught it more. There's a sell. That's a sell then a buy. It's a little whip. No, that's not a sell either because it's a green dot. So the sell really comes right here, which is really nice winner chicken dinner. That one there is okay. Let's see. That buy never occurs. It's a day ahead of time right there. And then it goes into the sell right here where the green line is. So those 3 days it catches that. Same thing. See, it goes into a buy here and then goes into a sell. We never get that in the dollar. We don't get that whipsaw there on the dollar side of it. Same thing again here, another whipsaw. But, you know, again, it makes the money back whatever you lost and then more. So that's okay. Goes into a buy here again, which is fine. Goes into the sell just like we did in the dollar. And then you can see here it's a day earlier on the buy, which has a little bit more continuity to it. And then it goes into the sell here, and you can see it's in the sell right now on the peso. So I hope that works out real well. AUD dollar is rolling up. Let's take a look at it. Oh, and I want to fix this. Go back to the dollar peso, or maybe not. We'll leave it in there. It's not. It doesn't matter. And very few ask about it. So, all right, now let's go to AUD dollar. You can see here it went into the daily sell yesterday, and now it's already climbing back up again. Can't take the sell because again, matter of fact, it looks like it went into the sell there 2 days back. Yeah, it went into the sell 2 days, and I think I have it as 1. Let's go back to the spreadsheet. Oh, okay, you're not even seeing what I'm looking at because I had the whole screen blocked up. So let me go back to that peso for you. Euro peso, Euro peso. It's around here somewhere. I just did it. Euro peso. How can you hide on me like that? Let's see. We'll find it in a second, and then we'll go to AUD. Oh, you can see AUD right there. Where'd the Euro peso go? I didn't delete anything. There's Euro dollar, Euro Turkish lira, Euro AUD. Why am I missing the peso? I know it's there. We just looked at it. There it is. Okay, now you can see what I was talking about. So here's Euro peso right there. And as you can see, it has some lags at times. You know, it catches this really nice. Goes into the buy there, that's fine. Goes into a sell, then goes into a buy. Oh, it doesn't go into sell. See, whereas in the dollar it did. It went into the sell and caught that whole ride down. Whereas in this one it doesn't go into the sell. It's still into the buy because it's a green dot, and doesn't go into a sell until right here, which is a winner chicken dinner. And then, you know, it goes into the buy. It doesn't go into the buy here either, so it's still a sell and stays in the sell all the way through that whole ride. So it really goes into the sell here and doesn't go into a buy until here on the dollar side. And a day later it goes into it in the Euro peso side, and that's okay. And then goes into a sell here, which is okay. Not on the peso, but on the dollar side. So a day later it goes into a sell on the peso side. See, sometimes it's ahead, sometimes it's behind. And then stays in the sell all the way to here. And we never get this action here. So that one smooths out again. This could be a little bit smoother in some ways. And let's see. Then there, sell, okay. And then, yeah, see, whereas in the peso it puts you into the buy here. Whereas in the dollar, it puts you into the sell and keeps you into that sell. Now, wait a second. What's that all about? There should be a buy there somewhere. Anyway, something's wrong there on that, trying to compare it to the dollar side. And then there's a buy. I guess it went into the buy here in the dollar too. So it must have gone into a buy there in the dollar and then jumps back. Now, that's odd. I guess it goes into a sell here, and it's the winner chicken dinner. And then, now you can't take the long solely because, again, we're in weekly sells. So, and then you can see here, and then that's that. Now, this is kind of interesting, is that it goes in the dollar, it goes into a sell here, and it's still in a sell. Whereas on the Euro peso, it went into a buy here and doesn't go into the sell until right there. Right in there. So, all right. It's kind of a mix and mix. So now let's go back to, I'm going to leave it as a euro. We can always look at it as both. Flip back and forth. And then here's your AUD right there. 2 days in the sell. Now it's climbing back into the buy. Now this is interesting. It's been in the buy since here. It's not marked up. We have it on the spreadsheet. It's number 12 all the time. So it's been 6 weeks in a buy right there. And went into a sell 2 days ago, not one. And let me just save that. Save. And then we'll see where it wasn't a buy for a bunch of days. I mean, it went into the buy here, I guess it was. And it was in a buy, and then it went into the sell up here, which is not the best of all, but that was a big spike to begin with. And then I guess went into the buy here, went into the sell there, back into a buy, back into a sell, back into a buy, back into a sell, back into a buy. Really choppy. Sell. Wow. Sell. Buy. Sell. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, sell. Okay. So now let's fix those colors. Now it's a whipsaw city there. Whoop, wrong color. Whipsaw City. And right there. Yeah, that's Whipsaw City, all right. And there was a sell for that one. I hope this helps you out, getting a grip on the action. Aussie's been kind of a little tough, hasn't it? Keeps on zipping in and out. But you can't take the shorts. You can only take the longs on this, so because it's in a weekly buy. Throughout most of that adventure there. All right, now, anybody else want to see anything particularly somewhere else? Let's check this out. Let's see, where are we at now? Let's go to, let me just double check something here. Oop, that's the wrong thing there. Okay. And so, oh, that's wrong. So let's just put that there. So, where are we at here? We've done the Turkish lira. Oh, Canadian. We didn't take a look at Canadian, so let's see what Canadian's doing. There's Canadian. It's still in a sell since here, and a weekly sell. Tried to go into a buy yesterday, but just couldn't get the histogram or the white line up, so it just showed strength, but nothing more than that. Still in a sell since officially here. So, let's see. What other? We go from there to the NAS-CAD. Let's take a look at NAS-CAD. That usually is, these are more indicative of the oil market. So if this is going down, chances are oil is firm. And let's see, let's go to NAS-CAD now. There's NAS-CAD. And that's trying to lift up too, which means oil should be firm. I'd been in the sell for a couple of days. You can see we've been in a weekly buy for 2, 4, 6 weeks, going on the 7th. Now we'll slide over to, where's that? Robo Combo. Right there. And there is, oil is up for the day. And banging along in that resting area that we've been talking about. Triangle / pennant / flat pennant / channel. It's doing it all. Holding up really well with the white line above the weekly. Second week of it's going on a third week of a weekly buy, but hasn't really gone anywhere since it happened. Did a sell there one day and then came right back into it again. So we're 2, 4, 5 days going on 6. Now why does that say 12? So it's, what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 going on 14. I think what it was is that we switched from the December contract to January. I think that's why it's reflecting a longer trend there. And so we didn't have that sell in the December contract. And we just switched over just recently. So does that make sense? No, December contract would have gone out earlier. So I'm a little confused why that sell is there. I mean, it's showing that it's a sell. So the buy should be 2, 4, 5, going on 6. So let's fix that. It's a 5. I don't know why it says 12. Right there. File, save. There we are. I think it had something to do with the switch of the contract. All right, now let's go over to, we did look at gold. Let's do this too. We are there. Let's refresh this. Since I'm here, let's save this. There we are. And crude oil. There we go. And then we did the same thing with silver. Oh, look at silver's moving up too. They don't want to sell this thing. Buying on weakness is probably the game. We'll see how that goes. Maybe out there bidding again today. Let's save the silver too, like so. And then there's, oh, this is stock indices right there. You can see they've been holding up pretty strong, way above the time manifold. And at the same time, just barely touching the weekly. It's doing it today, just a little bit. Let's give that a refresh and see what it looks like there. Yeah, it's still doing the same. And save that one. There we are. And then you can see the S&P 500 doing the same thing. It's showing strength there. Let's see. There's gold. Gold is giving us a volatility signal at the moment with a red and a green dot. Like some action is coming. Whoop. Refreshed it and it's gone now. Alright. So we'll go like that and like that. And save it like that. There we are. Now let's check out natural gas. You can see we, oh, how did that, okay, so, oh, I know why. Yeah, so it's in a buy now because it was a volatility thing there. So we'll go like that. And give it a update like so. And we'll save it. There's natural gas. Maybe a little cold weather did that. Who knows? Maybe just profit takers. I mean, it's been in a weekly sell for a while here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, going on 11 weeks in a sell. And then this is the Russell, which is showing incredible amounts of life. It's the most speculative of all the indices. You can see that thing has been rocking up on the upside there. Money is trying to get into this marketplace. As they say, they're underinvested. Now, Bitcoin has been in a sell for 3 full days, going on a 4th. And now we are flirting. Let's do this. Let's put that in there. Now we are flirting with a weekly sell at the same time. So we'll go like so. And we'll make it dashed. Like that. There we go. So that's the weakness we're starting to see in the Bitcoin. Money has run into Bitcoin and dramatically. The last big one I seen talked about was Guggenheim funds rushed in and bought $500 million worth. So things like that push that product up, no doubt about that. Now here's copper. The metals all seem to be very firm in here. You can see that the strength is there. They don't seem to be. It's been in a weekly buy for weeks upon weeks, a couple of months now. So, and it's a deck one. I guess we should emphasize that. Deck copper. Like that. There we are. We'll save that again. And then let's see where else we go. There's the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is really interesting. You know, it's doing the same thing like the Russell. They are reaching for it, which I don't blame them. You know, when you got tons of money and you got to do window dressing, why not? And that's how that January the little sell-offs get going from the window dressing, because they bought them just to get them into the portfolio. And then there's the 10-year. Yeah, see, it's starting to move down again. When the price goes up, the rate goes down, and when the price goes down, the rate is going up. So there's talk like, watch this thing try to make it to the 1 full percent. And I think right now it's at like 9.93 or something like that. So markets are watching that stuff. Let's see, do I have to do something there? Cancel. So it went into the buy there. Oh, cancel. Went into the buy there, and now it's flirting with the sell. Oh, it went into the sell here. Okay. So back into the sell. What did this fact check spreadsheet have? That's line, what is that? Line 11. So it has its 4 days in a sell. So it has it as 1, 2. I don't know what this is all about. Why is that upside down like that? So it goes into the sell here. Doesn't get into a buy here, but it gets into the buy there. So it should be in a 1. And it should be just 1 day in a sell, not 4 days. I don't understand. Sometimes that happens. Let's straighten that out. And then what are we doing here? That's a sell. Okay. That makes more sense. Like that. There we go. All right. And we'll save that. That's the 10-year. And the world bases a lot of price ratios to the 10-year. The U.S. markets are the base because we're the world reserve currency. Then there's Robo right there, and that's about it. And we look at that. There's gas oil for the automobile. A British way of saying it. And then we just save that. And there we go. We've saved all those. That's cool. Is there anybody in there else we would like to see, though? Let's see what the DAX does. Someone asked about the DAX yesterday. It keeps on staying in a sell, but it goes nowhere, you know, and it's in a weekly buy, so it's not exactly like you want to be short it, and it's going nowhere at the same time. I understand they're increasing that index possibly to 40 shares, 40 different stocks instead of 30, something like that. All right, now, let's see, what else is there? Oh, we could take a look at the silver. I guess we could do that. That would be kind of neat. That's just like, that's the SLV we were looking at. There's Q's. There's SLV. Yeah, so they have it at 68 now. Well, I have it on a screen. Yeah, it's 66 bid at 68. We saw it down to 47 at one point. This is not reflecting the high and the low very well. And you can see here the product is trying to show some life. Here's the dollar index doing the same thing, a little bit down. Interesting. It's been a daily buy for a few days, but we're in weekly sells now for 3, 4, 5 weeks, going on a 6th week. Just refresh that. Yes, UUP. This is the ETF right there. And we can close that. And then, what else is there? We can check out the, see, I guess that's about it. No one's asking any questions. What can we do here? I guess we can do some, we can look through the grains just for interest sake. We can go through some of the currencies. You know, we can do either one of them. As you can see here, this is the beans, and no, it did not because it's a green dot. So we can get rid of that. Not sure why a red line would be in there. You can see there, it's in the daily buy from this, and it went the wrong way, and it's trying to climb back up. That's live right there. So we'll save that. Right there, Jan. Now these are denominated in dollars, and that usually, you know, you can utilize this stuff as a surrogate. That's usually the way it works. So there it is. Wow, that's even better. So there it is. 11th? No, today's the 9th. Okay, so that's what we do. So we'll go like that. We'll save it that way. There we are for Jan. Alrighty, I guess we're at the end of the road. So traders, what do we label this today as a title? What we do, we could talk about euro. We looked at euro peso and euro lira. Why don't we do that? We'll label this webinar on that one. That's kind of cool, you know. And that's usually the way we go. We try to label these webinars to topics we've looked at that, you know, normally have not been looked at. That type of thing, you know. So in today's case, we rarely ever look at any of the ones we just looked at, which is kind of neat. So we'll go with euro. Let's see. Turkish lira. Right? That's right, isn't it? Let me go to the currencies and look. Yeah, TRY. Excellent. Euro TRY. Let's see. Euro. MXN. And let's go silver, since we talked about that heavily. There we are. All right, traders, we will catch you. Today's what? Oh, today's Happy to Hump Day. So tomorrow's heading for Thursday. So this is Doc from North America. We will catch you later. I am the singing trader of this electronic pit, this electronic crowd. So happy trails to you until we meet again, which will be Thursday. Happy trails to you, to all our trading friends in this electronic crowd.